What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Kevin Jackwitz. This is the Kaged Review, and this is a review for The Walking Dead. Season 9, Episode 12. And at this point in the series, I have to say, I'm kind of losing interest. They're taking way too long to build. And I kind of understand, I think, where they're going with this. If you've read the comics, you know what's about to happen. But if that's the only major thing that happens in an entire, season, I'm sorry, you're doing the wrong thing. So, you start out with Alpha and Lydia. Alpha's trying to grind Lydia for information. Lydia's asking Alpha if that's the only reason she was rescued. You go from there to Michonne, Gabriel, Aaron, Sadiq. They're all in a room talking about the fair and how Michonne is kind of making decisions for the whole community, and people are starting to really disagree with what Michonne is doing. And you have people really saying that this might be good for everybody. They want to see everybody do good, including the kingdom. And Michonne is just trying to protect everybody, protect themselves, no matter if the kingdom stands or falls. And I really don't like where they've gone with the Michonne character. She's always been a very strong personality, and now, like, the strength is just kind of gone. And I really don't, it makes her weak-minded. And that's never been Michonne's character. So that's kind of something I really don't like about that. Gabriel, he goes back home, Rosita's there. And they're talking about how things went. Of course, it didn't go very good. So you start having two major plot lines here. One is the Whisperers, Alpha, Lydia, and Beta. And the other really is Negan and Michonne. Negan comes back and Michonne wants to know why. And she basically calls him out. She's like, you know what? You went out there, you realized that everything's changed, and you realized you didn't have anywhere else to go, so you brought your sorry ass back here. And Negan's like, yeah, that's kind of it, but maybe the other part of it is I'm not the same person I used to be, and I can help out. And Michonne wasn't hearing it, of course. So, you have the other side of that coin, which is the Whisperers, Alpha, Lydia, Beta. Now, there's a few things that happen with the Whisperers in this episode, and actually some cool moments. There was a couple of traitors who were going to try to overthrow Alpha, and she caught him. There was a guy who was going to challenge Alpha, and yes, I guess they're supposed to fight, and whoever wins leads. But apparently his girlfriend was supposed to catch her from behind, and she knew what was supposed to happen. Caught him, brought them both in front of all the Whisperers, cut the girl's head off in front of the dude, which was actually a pretty gruesome scene because it was like kind of slow. The body fell down, she picks up the head and it's dripping blood, and then she hands it to the dude. So it was kind of a cool thing there. In between all of that, you have Henry got caught by the Whisperers. He was tracking Lydia, got caught, said that he was there for Lydia. Lydia, of course, has to, make it seem like she didn't want him there, punches him. And Henry was there for, like, the beheading and everything. So he gets to see kind of how the Whisperers are, how they act. He sees Beta cutting the face off one of the zombies to wear. So it was kind of cool that they had that inside look there. And at the end of the episode, Daryl and Connie show up wearing zombie masks, like they're part of the Whisperers, and grabs Henry. He says he's not going to leave Lydia. Lydia winds up leaving, so you know there's going to be hell to pay. Because, once again, Lydia's gone. I don't know how I feel about the episode. Like, it had some very cool moments, for sure. You got, like I said, an inside look at the Whisperers. You had some kind of cringe moments there, cutting her head off, the dude cutting the face off the zombie. But as far as moving the story along, it's like I've said before, they're taking too long to get anywhere. And I feel like that's the damage to this series right now. It's had the lowest viewership it's had in its history. And I think it's because you don't have the shock value anymore. It's just done. And now you're going to lead up to this one big penultimate moment where you're going to have shock value one time in an entire season. And that is not enough. I compare it to Game of Thrones a lot because they both have that shock value. You both have characters that die off a lot. You don't know what's going to happen, who's going to be around next week. And in Season 7, Game of Thrones really didn't kill off too many people. The big payoff in Season 7 was Baelish dying. Well, they had a lot to back that up, though, like the train sequence, the convoy of goods. When the dragons came in and burned everything up, you still had some moments that were just like, holy shit. Whereas The Walking Dead doesn't really have that. They're continuing a story, but it's not really moving anywhere. So, with that, I really liked the episode as a standalone, but wrapped up in with the rest of the season, the way it's played out, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. It's very midway for me. I keep saying that I feel like if you're waiting for one big moment in a season, you're failing. So that's where I'm at. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. That's how I feel. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. At this point, I just think that they need to do more. And they're not. So that's where I'm at. So ladies and gentlemen, that's my review of The Walking Dead 9/12. Had some cool scenes in it, but they need to move it along. So let me know what you guys think. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. My name is Kevin Jackwitz. Kaged Nation, out.